Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is Sasha. I'm going to be sharing with you guys this simple everyday look. I'm going to be creating this with a mixture of high-end and drugstore products. If you guys are interested in seeing this very quick but reliable, dependable, go-to freaking makeup look, just keep on watching. Come on! Okay guys, so this is going to be like a really simple, just kind of fresh face look. Just kind of like your everyday makeup, not even eyeshadow or anything like that. I just use this look usually like if I'm going to go do something quick, but I don't want to look like a mess because I usually end up seeing somebody. I can run to the freaking CVS and I'll see somebody be like, Sasha, like turn it around and it's like somebody I haven't seen in forever and I'm like, oh my god, it would happen. So this is going to be quick and easy and like, but still like give you that flawless skin look, because I feel like if you have a flawless base, everything looks good whether you have eyeshadow or not. So I already have my brows on just because that takes a little bit of time. I'm not going to change anything up with my brows. I'm using my same old Anastasia brow pomade in the color chocolate. I love this and it works for me, so I'm going to continue to use that. Not all of the products are going to be drugstore, but I'm going to try to keep them as affordable as possible. I'll have a couple of high-end products here and there, but like I said, you're welcome to do whatever works for you or whatever products you like, and let me know how it works for you. So let's get started. I already moisturized my skin. I used the Drink of H2O from Tarte. I like how it hydrates me and how soft it feels, but it has like a little watery consistency and I kind of like that. I sweat, so I don't feel like it's so thick and it's gonna make for more sweating. You know what I mean? When you put lotion on and then you go outside and it's all super hot and you start feeling like you're sweating out of control because like your pores are feeling all clogged up or whatever. So because it's cooling down, I do want to go ahead and add some more moisture to my face just because it gets a little drier than normal. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Too Faced RX setting spray. I love this stuff. It smells so freaking delicious. And then I just fan myself. I usually try not to get it on my brows, but whatevs. I might just dab it in a little bit. Get it all over. Then I'm going to go ahead and go in with the primer. This is the Hangover RX setting primer. This stuff smells just like the setting spray. It smells like so refreshing. It's like coconutty, kind of tropical smell. I love it, love it, love it. So I just get it all in here, get it underneath my eyes really good. So this look is mainly about hydrating. I did moisturize really well before as well, but I like to give it a little bit of time to set in before I put my primer. That's why I did it before the video. Otherwise, I would have been wasting some time. So once you're nice and hydrated and your skin feels nice and supple, you're going to go ahead and start applying your base. Now, I have like that 5 o'clock shadow, I guess you want to call it. I don't like that discoloration that I have there on my lips, so I'm going to go ahead and lightly conceal. Do this lightly though, because you don't want all the layers. You want it to look very skin-like. Well, not necessarily skin-like because I go for a more matte look anyway. In the winter, I can usually get away with doing like a dewier look just because I'm not perspiring as much and I don't get as oily because I'm a little bit drier in the winter. So I mean, I guess you could do that if you wanted to, but I want it to look a little bit more natural, if that's what I mean. So the finish is really up to you. I prefer matte, so that's what I'll be using today. So I went ahead and lightly went around my mouth and underneath my eyes. You don't need it to be like super orange or anything like that, just enough. So today I'm going to be using, and what I have actually been using, I went back to, you guys know this is my OG favorite, the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the color 109 Classic Tan. So I usually like to put it in the back of my hand, so that's what I'll do right now. And I put a generous amount just because you guys know I like a pretty decent coverage. I like usually full coverage, but again, like I said, you want to try to not look like super full coverage, if you know what I mean. You want to still kind of look semi-natural, like you didn't spend a lot of time doing that. But again, I do have a lot of like, you know, marks from like past acne or whatever, so I like to cover that up as much as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and put some stripes down my face. Now I like this one because it's like really thick. I don't know why I prefer thicker consistency. like formulas, but I really like this one, and I haven't used it in a while just because I've been going to my Fenty, but I pulled it out the other day just because I felt like my skin tone was getting a little darker than I've been throughout the entire year, just because I've been outside a little bit more these last couple of weeks. So I felt like my Fenty was looking a little too light. So I was like, you know what, let me pull out my L'Oreal Infallible and see how I'm feeling about that right now. And I really liked it. So I've been using this foundation again for the last like month. So I've really been liking it. So I have a good amount of layer on there. I like to clean up my brows first and then just kind of blend this in. This isn't like the Fenty, so I know I'm seeming like I'm rushing, but it's just by habit because I feel like with the Fenty you have to move fast because it dries so fast. But this one doesn't dry as fast, so you still have time to work. I'm not going to get it underneath here as much just because I don't want all the layers. Like I said, I want to prevent as much layering as possible. Less layers, the less cakey it's going to look, the more your skin's going to show through. So I'm going to go here and blend it in with my neck a little bit just because this is a little bit more warm, or on the warmer side than the Fenty one is. The Fenty like a little bit more neutral. So I feel like I do have to blend it in with my neck a little bit, but that's not a big deal. I usually do that. I like to do that anyway. So blend that in, and like I said, if you have blank spots up here, that's totally fine because you're going to cover it. You just mainly want to cover your mouth area, your chin, your cheeks, and all of that good stuff. So now that that's blended in, let's quickly go into the next one. Let me wipe my hands off. I hate when I touch the beauty blender. Does anybody else get like that? They touch their beauty blender and their hands get all icky. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is going in with the Too Faced, what is this? The Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer. I love this stuff. This is in the shade Warm Sand. If you guys want a review or haven't seen a review on this and you guys are interested in knowing more, I'll go ahead and leave my swatches of all of the shades and a full review on this product. I love it. It definitely has replaced my Tarte Shape Tape, so I've been happy about that because, you know, I was really in love with that Tarte Shape Tape, but I felt like I definitely needed something new. You know, when you've been using the same thing for a long time, it just starts not looking good anymore. So I was happy for a change. And the shade is like everything, as well as like the formula and how it sets. It's just freaking beautiful. It's everything the Tarte is, but better. So that's on there. Of course I'm going to highlight like per usual, but I'm going to go lighter. I'm not going to go in with a second layer of concealer like I usually do. Like after I blend this out, I usually go ahead and go in with a second layer underneath my eyes and do it again, and I'm not going to do that. So let's just blend this in, and I'm using a Morphe sponge. I really have been liking this sponge. So I'm not trying to bring it all the way out there. I don't know why I really did that. I just wanted to blend it in, but as you can see, it didn't make a harsh line or anything, just because I was really light with the amount that I applied. And I'm just blending this up into my eyes. Now you want to be gentle, and the reason why I don't like a lot of layering, especially when doing this type of look, is because I have like crow's feet and I don't want to emphasize those. All the layering is definitely going to emphasize them, especially when I start to set this concealer. You're definitely going to be able to see they're there, and I don't like that. So it's okay if you get it on top of your lids. It makes it easier actually to get into that inner corner right here. Because I notice when I'm doing eyeshadow, I already have eyeshadow on. I feel like I'm not able to get into that area as well because I can't cover my lid, obviously. Get in there in my nose area. Okay, now to set. Now, I usually like my Beauty Bakery setting flour, and I'm looking around here to see if I have it, but I know I have it over there and I'm not going to get it, but I'm out of it. I currently just placed an order, so I'm waiting for that to come, but I have been using in the meantime and have been enjoying, so I don't want to like downplay it or anything and be like, oh, I'm like settling, because I don't feel like I am. I feel like this is definitely doing a great job, but I'm just used to my Beauty Bakery, and I actually like how it's a little bit lighter. I was even considering mixing those together and seeing what kind of like color it gives me, but I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 30 Medium Deep. I've used this before in one of my videos. I'll link it right here, and I did have a great experience with it. I just don't always pick it up. It's a little darker than I usually go for, but it's still really good. And And I put it over my lid too, just to set the whatever concealer I got on my lid. Right now I'm looking a little flat, probably a little dry. I'm looking a little, maybe even a little ashy to some of you guys probably right now. This isn't my preference either. So I'm going to go ahead and add some warmth to my face. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Dark Souffle. This is their matte bronzer. And yeah, it's a matte bronzer. I use it as a contour. I don't use it as a bronzer. You guys can probably use it as a bronzer, especially if you have the lighter version of this. But I like this for contouring. And the color of it is really nice and natural. It's not like a gray cast. It's more like a warmer contour. So it looks a little bit more livelier, a little glowier. Not necessarily... I like this in the daytime. I prefer it in the daytime. I go towards more of my cooler contour shades at night just because the lighting is different, but in the daytime you don't want to be looking all gray. I prefer to look warmer, if you know what I mean, like on the brown or orangier side, I guess I would say, instead of on the like gray side. So I know I'm like all over the place with explaining that, but that's just what I prefer, and I pay attention to those types of things like on people. Still want to contour underneath my jawline because I still want to look snatched. But I definitely didn't use, like, I know some of you are probably like, oh, you always use that concealer to contour as well before setting it with powder, which I usually do, but I want this to look a lot more natural. So like I said, less layers. I don't want to put the concealer because then it's going to look a lot more dramatic. I kind of want it to look really smooth and airbrushed and effortless, if you know what I mean. Like, I just have bomb skin and I'm just glowing from within, not like I have a whole bunch of makeup. Even though some of you guys are probably like, bitch, that is a lot of makeup. It is. So let's see. I look fine right now. I'm going to go over this. You don't have to do this, and I don't even feel like I need to just because that setting powder is such a good color. But I always go over my face with a little powder brush, and I lightly dab it into my setting powder. I don't have a lot of this left, but I have a little bit, and I don't use a lot of it anyways. So I just go like this around there, and I lightly dab over my face. Now if you're really dry, you don't have to do this because this is obviously just more powder adding on your face, and it's gonna be drier. But like I said, I am a little bit oilier and I don't like that super dewy look. I just don't think it looks good on me, so, and it doesn't last long on me either. So now that this is done, before I go ahead and apply my mascara and everything, I do want to set my face. So I'm going to add some spray. I like the Too Faced setting spray or the Mario Modesco spray for the end of it. The only thing is I don't really care for a rose scent, but I really like how this stuff finishes on me, and I don't really like the sprayer on that one either. So I usually like this one. So I spray myself really good and generous just so I can make all of that blend in, and this is what's going to give you that glowy look from within. Now you want to make sure this is all dry before you add any more powders, or else it's going to look a little patchy. But as you can see, I'm already glowing, and I haven't even, that's just natural glow. I haven't even applied anything. So that's really why I love that setting powder, that setting spray, just because it gives me that natural skin from within look, and it looks really good. It just looks like I have a really good skin. Obviously, you can see I have my brows done, so you know I have some type of makeup on, but I don't feel like it looks like overbearing or too much. So this is definitely like going to breakfast with family, but you don't want to look raggedy. Now for blush, I've been really liking this Laura Geller New York blush. This is a baked blush and brightener in the shade Tropic Hues. I've actually got this in a BoxyCharm, and it's so nice. The color in there is so pretty, and it's like has like a highlighter within it. So I've been liking that because you don't have to apply a highlighter when you're using this because it's giving you such a natural glow. So if you guys got this in your BoxyCharm and you like it, or you guys have just purchased this before and you like it, I'm getting a little warm in here now. So if you guys heard me unzip my zipper, let me know what you think of it, because I actually didn't think it went along with the theme they were doing, but I really did end up liking this. As you can see, it has like a natural like highlighter already. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to curl my lashes. I always look at the eyes first, I guess. I look at the skin and then I look at the eyes. So I do want to kind of like vamp the eyes up but not do too much. I still want to keep it very natural. So I do want to curl the lashes and give them a lift just so you can see that they're there, because obviously right now you can see I'm not very blessed in the lash department. So I try to kind of like help that out with lash curlers. So I definitely, like, this is definitely a necessity in my makeup collection. Like, this tool I use daily. With or without lashes, I always use this. And when I curl, some of you guys probably don't want to do this because you're scared, but I've been curling my lashes forever. I lift it up like that. Careful when you're doing it because you could probably pull out your lashes if you're doing it too rough. But I get down to the base of the lash and then I curl it up like that. That's just going to give it an extra lift. Now, as you see, that helped out a lot. And now I'm going to use my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Now, I do use this when I'm not using lashes, and I just want to show you what it does, just because, I mean, I don't even need lashes when I use this. So this is with one coat. I'm going to obviously go ahead and put another coat, especially if I'm not wearing lashes, just because I want to add a little bit more drama. I try to let this dry as much as possible, and then I'll go ahead and curl them once more before I add another coat. Once I do that, I'll go ahead and come back and we'll move on. So I went ahead and curled this lash for a second time, and as you can see, it definitely gave it a lot more of a lift. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. I like to hold it for at least like 20 to 30 seconds, just so I can make sure it sets in there. And look at that. Look at how much more it's lifted. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with a second coat of the Better Than Sex mascara. So now after I applied 2 coats of the mascara, I do want to go ahead and curl the lashes once more. So I did put 2 coats of mascara and 3 times with the lash curler, and this is going to give me like a good enough lash look, in my personal opinion. And if this isn't good enough, like more drama for you and you need more, girl, then you definitely can go ahead and apply some lashes if you like. I personally don't think it's necessary because, like I said, I'm trying to keep it minimal. If you were trying to do that, I definitely would recommend something like the Ardell Wispies. These ones are always a winner, but I think right now it looks good. I'm going to go ahead and apply a lip shade just because my lip shade is a little bit like pigmented and I don't really like that. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with Beeper. Actually, this isn't Beeper, I'm sorry. This is BFF2 from ColourPop. And I like to fill my lips in. Now this lip liner is obviously going to be like more on the matte side, which is fine with me. And you could even leave it like this if you want. But just to give that more glowy look, I'm going to go in with Drippin'. This is from the Sheila X ColourPop collection. And this already has like a little bit of a hint of color to it. So if you don't have that darker pigmentation on your lips, or if you have it and you don't mind it, you can definitely just apply this as a lip gloss or a topper or whatever. I'm going to use it as a topper. And I like that. Super pretty. So I'm usually done at this point. I don't even apply highlighter because that blush has highlighter in it. But if you want to spoof it up, we can go ahead and spoof it up a little bit more. I'm going to take out my hair because it's looking a little bad. I'm going to go ahead and braid this hair down in the front right here and do like a simple little ponytail. So if you want to spiff it up, you can definitely apply a lash. Like I said, I'm not going to apply because it's not necessary, but I can show you how much more drama that would add for if you did. So, I mean, that's actually going to make it more dramatic. If you see that, it looks more dramatic and more subtle. So I'm only going to be dropping off my kids at school right now, so I don't need all of the extra. I usually, if my hair's a mess, what I'll do is pull out this front piece right here, and it's just like that front strip. You could put pomade in your hands or whatever, but my hair's a little dirty, so it has a little bit of oil on it already. And I just braid this front portion down. I try to keep it as neat as possible just because like it's in the front right there, but if you're not good at braiding, you can definitely twist it. That's an option too. Just get it and twist it backwards, and it'll give you pretty much that same effect. And then I just pull in as much of my hair as I can and bring it backwards. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that just so you guys can see that it looks good either way. And then I just brush my hair back on the top, or smooth it down on the top if you need to. And then put it in a ponytail. Now this one is always a little bulkier and sticks out a little further. That's usually why I like the braid, because it's a lot smoother and flatter to my head. You guys can see this side is a little bulkier, but I just wanted to show you guys how it looks. And then I grab the hair that's left over here, and if you have the extra time, you can just curl it, or I like to just grab it all together, split it into 3 and braid it up. And then I'll do that halfway, and then actually what I usually do is I braid it all the way down, and then like maybe 30 minutes before I'm gonna leave where I'm going, I take out the half of the bottom, and it already has like a little pattern to it, so it doesn't look bad. But we're not gonna wait that long, so I'm just gonna show you guys like this. So this is how it looks. This is the final look. Now I do not like powdery brows, so this is just preference. If you can do this with hairspray, you can do this with anything, but I like to use the Ardell brow sculpting gel. And I just clean up that powdery brow look. And that's it, guys. This is the finished look. This is like something simple, something that you can just go to breakfast really quick with your friends or your family, something you can go to the grocery store and still feel comfortable, like you look good, but you didn't have to do all of the extras like lashes and highlighter and eyeliner and waterline and lipstick picking out and everything. You just throw on some lip gloss and go. You could even have put some chapstick on with this look. It's so simple. The blush already had a glow in it. Another blush that also has a glow in it that's one of my favorites is the Milani Bellissimo Bronze. This is our baked blush powder or whatever. I really like this stuff, and it also has like a highlight within it, and it's really, really, really good. So if you guys haven't tried this, you definitely should try this one out too. It's a lot more affordable than the Laura Geller one, and they do have a lot of shades. They actually have one, let me grab it for you. They actually have the other shade that's like more like on the similar side to this one. It is deeper, don't get me wrong. It's called Red Vino, but if you were to mix probably that one and the Bellissimo Bronze together, it's still cheaper to buy the two, and you can achieve the same look. So I think it looks nice. I love how the foundation is affordable and it matches me really, really nice. Obviously, I've used this so many times, so I'm not surprised. But it's kind of funny when you go back to using something that you haven't used in a long time and it's really good to you all over again. I get excited. So thank you guys again for watching. Let me know if you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with somebody who might find it useful, and I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.